everyone, it's Michelle and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of your sweet and encouraging comments that you left me on my video yesterday. You know, my heart really is full and it runs over. It was almost gluttonous for me to read the sweet, encouraging comments that you left me, you guys. I just feel so lucky and blessed, because truly each and every one of you mean a lot to me, and that I am super proud of what we've built together here on this channel, because I truly believe each one of you are part of my family and you are my friends, and I'm really proud of that. We're an amazing group of people. We have fun here together, and so thank you guys so much for lifting me up. It truly meant a lot to me to read your comments. But you guys, we have a lot of juicy royalty to get through today, so you know what to do. Sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So a letter that was penned by a 6-year-old King Charles to his granny could go for over $3,000 at an upcoming auction. Now, there is a family who lives at Stratford-upon-Avon, Warwickshire, who were cleaning out their garage and found an old box that had been sitting there for decades that belonged to their grandfather. And while they opened up the box, they realized they had a gold mine. Inside of this box was a ton of memorabilia for the time that his grandfather had worked for the royal family. Now, this letter, you can tell, was written on Buckingham Palace letterhead, and it says, "Dear Granny, I am so sorry that you are ill. I hope you will get better soon." And on the back, there's some little doodles that he made, and it has the Buckingham Palace letterhead, and it's dated 3/15/55. Now, how adorable is this little card that Charles wrote for the Queen Mother? Now, apparently their grandfather, by the name of Roland Stockdale, was understood to have been involved with helping to protect the Queen Mother, and he worked with a gentleman by the name of William Talon, who was known as Backstairs Billy, and was the Queen Mother's devoted servant. Now, there's a lot of correspondence and pictures and postcards dated from the 1950s when his grandfather worked for the royal family. How exciting is that, to find such a royal treasure just hiding away, collecting dust for decades in your garage, not knowing that your family has it. So now they are offering it up to auction, and they think it could get up to $3,000. But how exciting to find an adorable piece of history. So it seems that everybody is selling off their prized possessions, and there's more stuff on Princess Diana, King Charles, and even Prince William that are going to auction in March. There's a collection of 22 intimate photographs featuring the former Prince and Princess of Wales, their newborn son, Prince William, the Queen, and even Prince Philip, in a set of photographs that were taken at Balmoral Castle in Scotland in September of 1982, a mere 3 months after Prince William was born. Now, the photographs were taken with a family friend by the name of Baron King, who is the person who owns the photographs, and he is offering them up for sale. Now, the images kind of give a very personal, intimate glimpse behind the scene of the public figures, and these photographs have never been seen before. They have never been released to the public. So it's very interesting to see a very relaxed Princess Diana in some rain boots, holding a 3-month-old Prince William. There's even a photograph of Prince Charles, the Queen, and Prince Philip. So again, it's very interesting to see, you know, some personal, intimate photographs that have never been seen publicly. Now, we know recently, they've had some items that hit the auction. Some friends had sold personal letters of Princess Diana that she wrote to them while she was going through a divorce, and they fetched for a very high dollar. According to some of the letters that were sold, they went for $169,000. There was an iconic dress that she wore several times that went for over $600,000. And most recently, Kim Kardashian purchased a beautiful diamond and amethyst cross pendant that the princess wore at a charity gala in 1987. She purchased it from Sotheby's for $198,000. So anytime you have a picture or an item that belonged to a famous royal, you can definitely bet you're going to auction it off for top dollar. Now, according to the auctioneer Stephen Drake of Willingham Auctions, these photos could sell for a very high dollar because not only do you get the photographs, you also get the negatives. So you can mass produce or sell these photographs, and no one else in the world is going to own these intimate photographs. So this could definitely get six figures, but it's just interesting how people are coming out of the woodwork with letters from King Charles to his granny, and now 22 intimate photographs of Princess Diana with a 3-month-old Prince William. So Queen Camilla has made her very first appearance since being diagnosed with the COVID-19 virus for the second time. Her and her husband, King Charles, welcomed members of the literary community to Clarence House for a reception celebrating the second anniversary of the Reading Room. Now, back in 2020, Queen Camilla, she had launched the Literacy Initiative with a book of recommendations to help people get through the worldwide pandemic. And it had such a positive response, it inspired her to create the Reading Room Instagram page, which now has over 155,000 followers. Well, they have now turned it into a full-fledged charity. So this is great news for everyone that it has gone from just an initiative to an Instagram page where they were recommending books to a full-fledged charity. So today you could tell she was in good spirits where she gave an adorable speech, and I will play the video for you here.
Your Majesty, ladies and gentlemen, it's a huge pleasure to welcome you all, writers, publishers and book lovers, to Clarence House. A week late, but COVID-free. So thank you very much for rechecking your busy diaries and coming today. Now, just over 60 years ago, John Steinbeck received the Nobel Prize for Literature. He gave a stirring speech on that occasion, a copy of which should, I believe, be on the desk of every author as an encouragement and as a reminder of the ancient commission of the writer.
So we know that Queen Camilla has been very passionate about promoting literacy, especially in schools and libraries and prisons and workplaces, to promote the joy and transformative power of books. I love the fact that she is an avid reader and that they developed a brand new charity based upon an idea that came through the worldwide pandemic simply to give people joy and some kind of positive outreach when everyone was quarantined at home. So it's great to see her out and about. She does look a little bit frail, but I hope that she is making a full and speedy recovery. But I love to see the little interaction between Charles and Camilla during that speech. But congratulations to her for launching a brand new charity. As if South Park wasn't bad enough for these Sussex's reputation, if you want to nail it home how unpopular Harry and Meghan have become in the United States, in a weekly poll that was done by Newsweek on February 19th, Prince Andrew is more popular than Harry and Meghan. And Catherine, the Princess of Wales, is the most popular royal. Now, this is after Harry and Meghan have released their docuseries where they sat there and had a cringe cry fest for 6 to 8 episodes, crying in golden teacups about how bad their life was and how they were mistreated to the American people. This is after Prince Harry released his book Spare, better known as Wah, to the public for sympathy, and how that has royally backfired, what made people realize what a spoiled, privileged royal he really is. Like I said, his book and that docuseries has not done them any favors, and people in America were done. And now, according to Ben Shapiro, who is a political commentator, when he appeared on the Piers Morgan show, he pretty much said they are the absolute worst and there's nothing else left. There is nowhere to go. They're not going to be able to grow on their current brand because their only brand has been tainted. The only thing they had to offer was the inside view into the royal family, and they pretty much destroyed that. There's nowhere else to go at this point. Their credibility is done. And I 100% agree with him on that notion. This has to be embarrassing for Harry and Meghan that Prince Andrew, who is not liked at all, okay, this man is not liked, but he actually did better in the approval ratings on a poll than they did. These two people have been trying so desperately to get people to like them and to feel sorry for them and to drink the Kool-Aid that they're serving, but people aren't drinking and they're not buying because, like I said, you know, we're suffering here. We don't have time for these privileged people to cry to us and make us feel sorry for them. And now they polled people and Andrew was more popular than them. Harry's popularity in the U.S. has sunk 48 points since December, and Meghan 40 points. So they are not that well liked. Prince Andrew, who has always been viewed negatively, he has a net approval rating of -2, with 26% saying they liked him and 28% saying they disliked him. But Meghan has an approval rating of -17, and Prince Harry has a -10. Yeah, not good if Prince Andrew only has a -2. Wow. Now, on the flip side, the royals, Camilla, Charles, Catherine, and William, are actually up in the approval rating. So since they've been attacked by Harry and Meghan over the last couple of months, the American people are now siding more with the royal family. So that little attack that you thought was going to happen, that smear campaign, didn't work. And the embarrassing thing is you live here. Y'all live here in America, and people prefer your family over the pond. I mean, what? That's got to be a little bit embarrassing for you. And again, South Park has the pulse of the American people. It's been a freaking ratings bonanza and everyone's talking about it. So I think it is hilarious. And they are giving people the sentiment of what people think of them. Like I said, South Park just gave Harry and Meghan a mirror and said, look at it. This is what you are projecting. This is your brand. Your brand is smearing the royals and complaining and playing the victim card. That is your brand because that is all you've done for 3 years, and that's literally how you've made your money. Prove me wrong, but that is how you made your money. Your little paycheck at Better Up, where you're the used salesman of mental health, honey, doesn't pay the bills and doesn't keep the lights on in Montecito. It's the Netflix deal. It's the book deal. It is the Spotify deal where they trashed the royal family. That is how they are surviving. That is how they pay their bills. And they, sprinkle in a little bit of charity, but that charity is not paying their bills, okay? The real way that their brand is built is on smearing the royal family and victimhood. So after that smear campaign for the last 2 to 3 months, it has completely backfired. And now, Harry and Meghan, you are less popular than Prince Andrew. Ouch. So there's a rumor circulating that Meghan Markle is feeling left out of the planning of the coronation and that the palace is only fighting for Harry and they could care one way or the other if she shows up. Now, we all know that Meghan Markle has a major problem with feeling rejected. This is literally coming from her narcissistic insecurity. Has to be the center of attention and control the narrative at all times. But now, because it is out of her hands where she cannot control it and put her lobster claw on it, she's feeling upset and overwhelmed. And in my opinion, this could derail Prince Harry from attending the coronation. Now, as we know, the Sussexes right now, their popularity is tanking. Now, a news report has come out. The Sussexes have not yet said if they are going to attend King Charles's coronation, which is happening on May 6th, which also is Archie's 4th birthday. Now, there's an insider report that has come out that Meghan feels like the royal family doesn't care if she shows up or not for the coronation, that all they care about is Prince Harry. And honestly, I can see that happening. Harry is the royal. He is the family member. And Meghan, well, they really don't care about you. He kind of married you. They're stuck with you. So I think it's either, you know, yes or no. They probably really wouldn't care if you came, and it actually probably would be better for them if you didn't. Now, we know that when Meghan Markle and Prince Harry attended Her Majesty the Queen's funeral, there was a huge problem where Meghan was trying to go with Harry to be by the Queen's side at Balmoral Castle, and the family said no. But Meghan threw such a hissy fit that Harry missed the flight with his family as they were waiting for him for 45 minutes, and they finally just took off. So the rumor is, you know, Meghan doesn't like to be excluded from anything. She's always pushing her way in. Harry's always doing the, well, my wife has to come. We can't leave her alone. You got to apologize to Meghan. So I can see why the royal family would prefer just to have Harry there. Remember, when the two of them are together, I think that is when they're most dangerous. But if Harry comes alone, it might be easier to manage and control Harry by himself. But when he brings his wayward wife, trouble is a brewing. If you remember during the Queen's funeral when they scheduled that, quote, walkabout, where they called the presses to tell everyone we're going to be walking out greeting people, and then William and Catherine came and said, not so fast. And the four of them did that very awkward and cringe-worthy walkabout. So I think if Meghan is not there, it would be safer for the royal family. They could probably control Harry a little bit more. But if Meghan is there whispering in his ear, trying to put him up to his old tricks, it might be harder to control them together. Now, of course, we all know that Meghan has a fear of rejection. They are afraid of being booed, let's not forget, and they are a heightened security risk. So there is a very good possibility they will turn down the invitation to the coronation because, let's be honest, they are not going to have a major role. They're going to be sidelined just like they were for the Jubilee and Her Majesty's funeral, although Harry did get to play a part just like the other grandchildren did. But Meghan Markle will definitely not have a seat at the big girl table. She's going to be in the corner behind the candlestick. So Meghan definitely knows the family. They don't love you, sis. They're just tolerating you for the sake of Harry. And Harry is on thin ice with his own family as it is. Now, I believe Harry does want to make amends with his family. He misses them. He misses the royal life because, let's be honest, it was a lot better when he was a working royal than as a civilian. It's been a little tough for them in Montecito. Meghan could take it or leave it. although she definitely needs to save her reputation and credibility, and she probably needs to be seen with the royals in a positive light. So who knows what is going to happen, but I can totally see the family saying, Meghan can stay home with the kids. Harry, why don't you come over and be a part of your daddy's big day? You know, they probably don't want Meghan to come, but I don't know if Harry would come without her, because she's difficult, and I don't know if she would let him come alone. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think the family is just trying to have Harry come over by himself? Or do you think Megsy's going to come over with him? Or do you think they're going to bow out and save themselves some public humiliation? Well, that is all that I have for you guys today. Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you so much for stopping by my channel. And I am working on Karina and the King. The very first episode will be out this weekend, so stay tuned for that. That will be on my other YouTube channel. Thank you, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.